Okay, I've been asked to answer some questions that have come up on YouTube, common questions. So I'll state the question and give you my answer. First question was, how did I hear about colloidal silver? Well, this is a very simple story. In 1994, I was suffering from chronic fatigue syndrome. I'd had it for the best part of 14 to 16 weeks. I'd had most therapists work on me and all sorts of supplementation. And then one night somebody lent me the Beck Zappa. I used it once. The next day I woke up completely cured. From that point onwards, I became very interested in the Beck's protocol, and from that day to this, I've spent time researching it and will continue to research it. Next question, what research did you do before you started to make it, that is colloidal silver, and what did I find? Well, I did a lot of research in the patent library and the scientific libraries in London, researching all the scientific papers I could find. The interesting thing was that most of those scientific papers were based on the colloidal silver that was made by grinding up silver, very old-fashioned technique, not at all similar to what we do today. It was quite encouraging though, and the colloidal silver that was produced then was very effective. I would say that the modern colloidal silver we produce now electrolytically is probably thousands of times more safe and probably thousands of times more effective than that. Next question was, I decided to take half a pint of colloidal silver every day, and why did I do that? Well, the answer is quite straightforward. Bob Beck was doing that at that time. He was taking half a pint every day of tap water grade colloidal silver. So I thought I'd follow suit and find out what happened, and I took it every day for 2 years, and as you can see, I haven't gone blue. I have to say, during that time period, I was pretty healthy. I didn't have any colds or any infections to talk of, and I'm quite confident that it's actually completely safe. Next question, what ailments have I seen it work on? Well, I'd say I've seen it work on most things, from things like ME to infections of the mouth, to mouth ulcers, to molluscum contagiosum, to impetigo. Any infection basically will respond to colloidal silver if you can get the colloidal silver to the site of infection. That's always a big, important issue. So next question is about Paul Carrison, who's turned blue. That's quite fantastic. I would say that most of these people that have turned blue, they have one common thread. They all make colloidal silver from tap water. They inevitably add something to the tap water like sodium chloride salt or potassium bicarbonate to make the colloidal silver have very large particulate size and huge amounts of metallic silver in it. Then not only have they done that, they then go ahead and take very large quantities of it, several pints a day, and in some cases even a gallon a day, and they wonder why they go blue. Well, it's hardly surprising. They're taking huge amounts of metallic silver. Modern yellow colloidal silver produced electrolytically has a tiny amount of that actual metal in there, but lots of ionically charged particles, and those particles are what do the business. Next question, what are the most common errors when making colloidal silver? Well, quite a few actually, but the number one I would say is water. Most people get very confused about what is pure water. Pure water contains nothing. It's ionically pure, has conductivity of less than 1 microsiemens per centimetre, and this type of water is usually medical grade distilled water, purified water BP, or purified water USP. It's not mineral water, it's not filtered tap water, it's pure. And if you have your own distiller, it would have to be a very clean distiller to make it that clear. Okay, next question, again concerned with what are the errors of making colloidal silver, and a lot of people have problems with making it go yellow. This is simply a process of cooking. You need to run it hot enough and for long enough for it eventually to go yellow, and I promise you it will. Just keep that water hot, keep running your silver machine into it, and the colloidal silver will eventually go straw coloured, and that's perfect. That's about 10 parts per million, very active, use it immediately, very easy to make. Next question, what testing have I done with my own colloidal silver? Well, we test it quite extensively in our own lab using E. coli, and how we do that is we basically take the colloidal silver and dilute it. We dilute it down and dilute it down and dilute it down, and then we add it to cultures of E. coli. And the point at which the colloidal silver is no longer strong enough to kill the E. coli culture, we know that's the point at which the colloidal silver is no longer effective. And we've compared our own colloidal silver made with our own machines that you could make at home. It's about 40 times more effective than the stuff you can buy off the shelf in your health food shop. I won't name names for obvious reasons, but there's a moral in that story. Make your own, it's 40 times more effective and probably 1/100th the price. How have I made comparative testings with colloidal silver in stores? Well, I think I've just answered that. And finally, Agaria, yeah, that is the bogeyman to do with colloidal silver. If you make the yellow grade colloidal silver, you can really rest assured you're not going to get a grey. You'd have to take probably gallons and gallons and gallons of yellow silver every day for years and years and years before you could slightly go blue. But you'd have to go out of your way to do that. And you're not going to, are you?